I want to welcome you to Bootcamp on this wonderful Wednesday. So happy to have you here, whether you're joining in live or you're joining in at another time at your own convenience, whatever it may be. Again, my name is Coach Jeremy, and we're going to have a good one today. I got it written out. We got a little bit of different setup, if you will. So you'll see me looking down at my whiteboard over here. I've got my water, I've got my map, I got everything ready to go. And in Bootcamp, remember, this one's a little less categorized, if you will, right? It's not so much like a HIIT class, even though it does have some HIIT stuff. It's not so much like a metabolic class because it's not truly a metabolic type workout. Really, I just like to categorize it as fun. So with that being said, let's go and talk about your first block. This is going to be your warm-up block. We're going to keep it very simple in the first 4 movements. We're going to go squat, push-up, sit-up, Superman. When we do those movements, just because we're starting, go slow, take it easy, explore your range of motion, see what your body's feeling like as you go through them. We'll go through them for 2 rounds, 30 seconds apiece. Again, we're not looking for a high rep count here, but for 4 minutes after that, we're going to do a fun activity. So let's go and get started. Squat. Remember, feet hip width. You want to just go ahead and get whatever squat position feels right to you, because remember, individualized, everybody's built a little bit different, but we're going to go for 30 seconds starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's squat. So I like to put my hands in between my legs, but I'm being very active with my shoulder blades as well. Stick those toes into the ground, create an arch with your foot, and again, push that butt back, create that hinge pattern to initiate your squat movement. Keep that chest upright. Try and keep that vision and head in line as well. We're at 20 seconds. We're going to switch that push-up next. Remember, moving into that one, I will be showing you with my fists down, but again, you're going to want to go flat hands in 3, 2, 1. So spread those fingers, press the base of your palm down, feet are hip width, squeeze your butt, turn your belly on, again, pull it away from the ground. Now you're going to come all the way down. If you can get full range of motion, great. Remember, if you cannot, we would prefer to work from this knee down position, because this is going to help us, again, achieve that eventual full range of motion without using the knees. All right, remember, keep those shoulders pulled back and down. You got about 5 seconds left. We're going to go to a sit-up next, lying on your back in 3, 2, and 1. Press the heels down, turn the belly on, stare at a point on the ceiling, and then just drive with those arms to come up. And try and keep that spine as close to neutral, or as close to what you start with through your entire range of motion, going to a full sit-up and all the way back down. Swing those arms a little bit more aggressively if you need that help to get you to the very top. And if you need to keep it at a crunch, you're more than welcome to. We're going to flip over to our stomach in about 5 seconds. Give me at least another rep here. Let's go and flip over in 3, 2, and 1. Superman. So face down, thumbs up, arms straight, legs straight, point the toes. We're going to elevate arms and legs at the same time and bring them down. Working on that lumbar extension, right? Lower back extension. Squeeze your butt to help you elevate. Pull the shoulders back to help you elevate. 10 seconds left. We go back up to the top, which means we're going back up to our squat. Good. Get ready to move. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch it while I'm taking off my jacket here. Getting a little warm now. And again, back to the position we were just working in. If you feel like you can get there quick, if you feel like your body's starting to warm up pretty fast, feel free to increase the rate at which you work. Perfect. 10 seconds left here. Awesome. Let's go back to that push-up in 3, 2, 1. And let's go and get that work. Again, all the way down, all the way up. Try and be mindful of the way that your head isn't the first thing going towards the ground. Pressure your body away. Imagine the muscles that you need to use to get up. Again, once you start to put a little mental imagery behind the way you move, you might start to feel it in the right places. Perfect. Keep going with those push-ups. We have only 3, 2, and 1 seconds left before we switch to that sit-up. All the way down. Turn the belly on. And remember, when I say that, you're thinking about pulling that belly button closer to your spine. As you do that, again, that should be enough to turn on that wall that surrounds our organs. There we go. Nice job. 10 seconds. Going Superman's next. And then we'll do a quick explanation of the fun activity that we have after that. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Superman, thumbs up, face down, point the toes, squeeze, and elevate. Keep the head down. Again, we're assuming a neutral position of the spine, and your head and neck are included in that area. Breathe. Search for more room if you can get it. One of those moves, really enjoy. If you need to regress, remember just arms or just legs instead of both. But let's shut it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, heart rate might not be super elevated here, but I am definitely a little warm and a little bit sweatier than I was 5 minutes ago. A small sip of water, and let's go ahead and take it to our next one. So we just call this a simple stand to ground to stand. The capability of us as humans to go from a standing position to the ground and back up is something that we're probably going to have to use in our lives more times than not. So being able to practice those things and then giving ourselves disadvantages while we're still trying to complete that is a great way to try and make it better. So what we're going to do is spend a minute going ground to stand, back up, whatever it is. And you can use any body parts to lay all the way down on your back and then come all the way up. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's no way to do it the right way. It's, again, you get up and get down any which way your body tells you to, okay? Then the next minute, we're going to take away one hand, right hand, let's just say. Then the next minute, we'll bring the right hand back, but we'll go ahead and take away the left hand. And then the last minute, we go no hands. That's going to be the fun one. All right, so again, you figure out what way works for you, but let's have fun with this one. Again, don't make a bunch of rules. Let's just move. In 3, 2, 1, I'm going to go ahead and start our timer. So we got 1 minute again, ground to stand. I'm just going to use my arms here to the right, rotate a little bit, lay all the way down flat, come back up, and I'll use those hands again to get back to that stand, right? Think about another way. Rotate down to the left, use one hand, okay? Swing those arms up. Oh boy, just like that, sit up, use both hands, come back up again. Maybe I want to go ahead and come down forward and crawl it out before I lay it down and come all the way down. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds left. And again, just finding new ways to experiment with this pattern. Maybe a little bit of rotation. We got 15 seconds. Little hop, single arm. Perfect. We got 10 till we take an arm away. Let's go ahead, and since we're all be on the same page, let's go right hand. No right hand. No right hand. If you want to put it behind your back, that's fine. In 3, 2, and 1. So I kind of already practiced this, but bam. There is my left hand only. And using that to get back up as well. Finding a way to help yourself get back up and down the ground. And just so we're on the same page, I am right hand dominant. And when I say right hand dominant, I mean the left doesn't do a whole lot. Not very good with motor skill. But we practiced. We tried to get better, especially when I broke my wrist. So you think I'd be better at this, right? We're trying. We're trying. Find a way. Try not to just fall all the way down. Might not feel too good even on a mat or some carpet. Here we go. If you want to practice going to your belly as well, that's fine. Right? It might be a little bit easier to practice a stand to sit to ground. Well, let's go ahead and now take away the left hand in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I am now to my dominant hand. As I mentioned before, this might be opposite for you. But again, backstory to this is, even though I'm pretty healed from my wrist surgery, range of motion is still not very good. So let's see how that works as we go from the stand down to the sit. Using my fingers. Nice. That felt good. And a little hop. There we go. Good. Maybe I want to go to my downside, or excuse me, my front side. Put the arm behind me and use those hands to lay all the way down. Might feel a little weird. Might not seem extremely functional. But again, we might use this in life. Who knows? All right, here we go. I'm going for one more. We're going no hands next in 10 seconds. All right, come back up from this one. Nice. All right, here we go. No hands in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep them tight to my chest so I don't use them. Bring it down to one knee. Bring it down to the other. Rotate the hips. Use a little leg, little foot action for some off-balance movement. I'm going to roll to both knees. And I'm going to come back up to my stand. Nice. So I favored my right side a lot. I'm taking note of that. Let me see what that left side feels like. Swing this down. Ooh, and then I just fell. So my left hip, I know, does not have a whole lot of rotation, which is why I ended up dumping to the ground, but that's okay. Gonna try to figure out how to roll back up. Wow. Okay. That's good. 40 seconds in. I'm noticing my right side is much more mobile than my left. So let's try the same thing. Hands behind. Let's get to our bellies. This might be easier for some, but I'm just going to go ahead and roll down. Oh, and use my stomach. And then I'm going to figure out how to use my head. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I'm going to have to end up using my hands. And that's the fun behind this. Let's go ahead and shut it down in 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Okay, did we look like goofs? Yes. Was it silly? Yes. Did we have fun? I did. And so I'm going to speak for all of us in the sense that, hey, exercise doesn't always have to be super crazy, super hard, super technique driven, right? Sometimes we just need to learn how to move better. All right, so done with our warm-up block. Again, sweaty, warm, feeling ready to go. Let's move on to our next one. It's going to be a little bit more simple in terms of understanding. We're going to go pyramid scheme. So in this pyramid, I'm going to try and make a pyramid with my hands here. I don't know, does that work? Does this work? There we go. We're going to go ahead and start with a low rep count on the low end of the pyramid, and then slowly work our way up to a high rep count, and then just go descending. So ascending reps, descending reps. We'll make it easy. Let's go even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, and we're going to go 4 movements. Now it's up to you, 2 movements. It's up to you how you want to finish them, but it's going to be a split squat for the left side, split squat for the right side, and then it's going to be a bare single arm fly for the left side, bare single arm fly for the right side. All right, so let me show you the movements, and then we'll go ahead and figure out how to get it done. So split squat, you want to go ahead and assume a lunge position, right? So now what I'm saying, so we're going to go ahead and just go right foot forward, keep that hip width stance as you go left foot back. And you want that back leg to be straight, heel off the ground, ball of your foot is really supporting everything. You just want to go straight up and down. Knee does not need to touch the ground. If it does, it should be a barely of a tap. But again, coming straight down and then focusing on squeezing. So left side, right, 2 apiece, then 4 apiece, then 6, then 8, then 10. And then the next one is going to be that bare single arm fly. So the bare position, remember, is that 4-point position. I want you to go with your hands down, but if you can't, you're going to join me with your fists. Let your toes be active here and slightly elevate the knees off the ground. From here, you're going to try and pull your arm away into a fly. So where you're trying to squeeze the shoulder blade and open the arm up. If you shift a little to one side because you're off balance, that's okay. The whole point, though, is that we're trying to fight that balance. If the bare position is too tough, keep the knees down. Just assume a quadruped and work the same thing. Right for 2 reps, then 4, then 6, then 8. And again, it's up to you. If you want to finish all your reps on one exercise before you go to the other, again, I'm going to leave that to you. All right, here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Split squat left, split squat right, and then you have bare single arm fly for the left and the right. We're going to go ahead and finish this over a timer of 5 minutes if we can. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's start with that split squat. So I'm going to assume that position. Perfect. I'm going to come straight down, straight up. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to go ahead and finish the reps on the other side. And I'm going to go back and forth between the exercises just so my muscles have some time to rest, relax, and recover. Perfect. Bare single arm fly. So use your toes, elevate, find that wide position. We raise. There's 1. There's 2. Do the same thing on the other side. Find that balance. 1. Good. 2. Perfect. All right. So finish 2. Let's work our way back up. Going left side again. Split squat. This time 4 reps here. If you work past me, ahead of me, or if you're stuck behind, that's okay. Work at your own pace, and I will always remind you the movements and the rep counts in the format. I'm working on 4 here on the right side. Hearing a funny click in the knees, and again, we mentioned this in the other classes from the other day, but sometimes that happens. Just our body's way of talking. But I don't feel any pain. And remember, that's our number 1 indicator to know, hey, maybe we should back off of things. Find that bare position. Let's go for that reach or that fly. One thing I want you to try and really take ownership of is your position once we lose a limb in that bear pose, right? Once we lose one of our pillars in terms of balance, right? How do we react to it? And that's something that we should definitely consider as we work. All right, I'm on to 6. Going back to my left leg. Here we go. Straight up and down. Try and straighten that back leg. Bam, there's my 6. Let's switch. Stay with me now. Come on. Nice, easy pace. Only 2 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. I'm sure you guys are moving at a much faster pace than me. Also, not talking as much, hopefully. Let's go bear position. Let's go. Now I noticed I needed to widen my stance a little bit on that bear pose, at least with my right side when I was lifting my left arm. And that makes sense, right? Think opposing forces when you're put in those weird offset balance positions. Your left and your right, if you're on the ground, support each other. Same thing on the opposite sides. If you lose one of those, you're gonna have to favor to one. All right, I'm back at the top. Let's go. 8, I'm on my 8. Still only 3 minutes in. I like to create tension in my hands and my belly. Perfect. Use those toes, let them bend. We don't think enough about our toes, that's for damn sure. Perfect, keep that width, straight up and down, squeeze that butt. Leg burn on the 8 rep count, massive. If you need water, remember, take some. 3.5 minutes in, you got 90 seconds to go. At least get to that 10 mark, that halfway mark. Remember, always setting the reps higher for us in class. Squeeze that shoulder blade tight to the spine. Find that balance. Keep that belly on. Try not to come down as you switch hands. Make it a challenge. Awesome. Perfect. You have less than a minute to finish this. Now, let's just say you ended up getting all the way down past 10, which is what we're starting on now. Going to 8, going to 6, going to 4, going to 2. Start back from the top, right? Work your way back up in that ascending pyramid. Again, there is no reason for us to stop working. As long as that timer's still going, we are moving. Perfect. Straight leg. I'm going back to my split squat. See if I can finish my 10 for both sides before this timer's up. Woo, big burn. That's 10 there. We got 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Bam. Woo, 3, 2, 1. Shut it down for now. Woo! Massive burn. Love it. All right, so rest it up again. I set these rep counts pretty big. Again, just making sure I can account for anybody that may take our classes. And I don't want anybody to feel like I'm skipping you out on some good work. Grab some big water, grab some big breath, some big wind, and then watch and learn, I should say, or just watch as I show you the next block. We're gonna go holds to reps. Holds to reps is what we call this one, or as I like to call it, exhaustion. So we're gonna get to our mat, and we've got 4 different movements, but technically it's really only 2 because we're gonna go left and right. We're gonna go single leg glute bridge for a hold for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna keep that as high as we can for that 30. We should be able to hit that 30 seconds. If not, remember, come down for a little bit and come right back up. That little mini break should be enough. And then for the next 30 seconds of that minute, right, we're gonna go and take it to reps on the same side. So first 30, hold, left leg, glute bridge, single leg. Then we go next 30, reps for 30. Then we just switch sides, and then we'll go ahead and take it to a side plank, same version, all right? So let me show you the movements. First one, again, single leg glute bridge. I'll go ahead and give you my right, feet or hip width here. Belly is on. I like to press my hands into the ground to help give me some extra balance support. I'm gonna go and elevate the leg, make the thighs level to each other, and then again, I'm focusing on just the glute here as I press, squeeze. This is the hold. keep that hip high, and then you just go for repetitions when we get there, okay? Remember, try not to recruit the lower back or the hamstrings. So if it feels like you've run out of room, again, the focus should be on the glutes itself. But if you start to feel the lower back or hamstrings, you're maybe starting to recruit those things in hopes of getting your hips higher. At that point, I'd probably bring that back down. The next piece we're going to is a side plank. So on a side plank, a couple ways we can do this. You can stack the feet one in front of the other or on top of each other. This is my personal preference, but I like to start slightly knee bent and elbow underneath my shoulder. That way, when I extend, I've just got to kind of lengthen to make sure I'm aligned. Now we're going to hold this side plank. Remember, your easy regression here would be to go knee closest to the ground down. And then after that 30-second hold, we're going to go for a hip dip. So I want you to just drop the hip, let it lightly touch, and press through and come back to that nice neutral position, all right? Remember, the regression for that side plank is going to be the knee closest to the ground down. All right, team, let's not overcomplicate things. Let's make it simple. Let's make it easy. Let's make it fun. Here we go. Glute bridge, single leg. Let's start left leg. We go hold for 30, reps for 30. Then we'll switch sides, and it's going to go by pretty quick. Only 4-minute block here, and then we get to our cool down, and we're done with boot camp for the day. All right, here we go, y'all. Single leg glute bridge. We take off in 3, 2, and 1. Timer's on. All right, so once you found your position, stay in it. Now you can start to think about other things, what you have left to do on your to-do list, cooking dinner for the family, maybe what to eat for tomorrow. But right now, I want you to just focus on where the action's happening from the glute. Keep it there. Keep your body still. 10 seconds. Hold. Breathe. Hands off the ground if you want a little extra challenge. Perfect. 5 seconds. Then we go to reps in 3, 2, 1. Rep it out. Let's go. Doesn't have to be a lot, but you do want to go full range of motion. Booty to the ground. Get it as high as you can. Burn is big right now. On fire. 15 seconds. Perfect. Just keep my eye on my watch. Less than 10. Get ready to switch to a hold. There we go. Right leg hold in 3, 2, 1. Set up and switch. Hold that high. Keep it there. Again, hands off the ground. Bring that toe, that floating leg towards you, and keep that hip as high as it can be. 15 seconds left till we go to our reps. All right, 10. Hip high, hip high. Squeeze that butt. Biggest muscle in the body, baby. Glutes. 3, 2, 1. Let's go reps. Yes. Just reps. 15 seconds. Get ready to switch side plank. Left side coming up next. 10 seconds. Quick adjustment. Quick transition. 5 seconds. Give me at least 2 more. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Set up, side plank, left side, and it's a hold. Let's go. Keep working. Something popped up here. Love the technical stuff. All right, keep going, keep going. We're holding. 15 seconds. Good. Get ready for the dip. Press your hand down. That's on the ground of that arm. Or keep that fist down. Again, you want big tension. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hip dip. Drop. Raise. Woo. Find your balance. Drop. Raise. Find that neutral position. Don't have to go too high. Good. Remember, regression could be knee down. I'll show you that in about 15 seconds when we switch sides. Yes. 15. That's 10. All right, here we go, Samsung. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Last minute here, starting with a 30-second hold, side plank, right side. Remember, knee down. You can put both knees like so, and then you elevate. Still creating that awesome side plank. Still working on that core. Still working on, specifically, the obliques. Right? Those side abdominals. If you put your hands there, whew, I can feel they're working, right? Whether you have abs or not, whether you can see them or not, they are there. All right, let's go for that hip dip. I'll still show you from the regress position in 3, 2, 1. Dip and go. Perfect. Keep that core on. Remember, pulling your belly to your spine. If you want to place your hand there, do a quick check. See if it's actually going. Keep working. Do not quit at this point. Remember, it is too late to quit. Too late to turn around. 10 seconds. Big burn. I feel it. 5. Samsung. We shut it down in 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom. Ow! Big sweat. My mouth's in a different direction. Things were getting crazy, but oh boy, we are officially done. Awesome job, y'all. Okay, we got to get some cooling down. So let's grab a little bit of water first. Take a big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's get a little bit of stretching in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start by laying down. Let's start by laying down. But first, take a big breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Say something nice to yourself. I'm proud of you, coach. Nice job. You didn't want to do it, but you did anyways. Inhale through the nose one more time. Exhale. As you start to lay all the way down. Awesome. All right, from here, let's take right leg, and I want you to go ahead and pull, but I want you to take it from the outside of your thigh and start to pull it across the body, just slightly. You can do it with single arm, but you'll notice I'm kind of bringing it towards my left shoulder. So it's right thigh, right leg, and I'm pulling up and towards my left shoulder here. And I'm getting a really good glute stretch, but also potentially getting a little bit of what we call the piriformis. If you've ever experienced sciatica, which is terrible, I feel sorry that you go through that, but also fortunate that I've never dealt with it because I've definitely heard some stories. But this might be a great stretch that could help loosen up the piriformis, which is naturally gets tight and surrounds the sciatic nerve. And once it adds pressure, that's where it starts to flare up a little bit. Other reasons, obviously, that can go into that, other factors. But this, if it can be a help, why not? Let's try it. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Good, let's switch to the other side. So left knee, bring it in, and then try and pull it towards your right shoulder. Left knee towards the right shoulder. If you're getting a pinching sensation in the front of your hip, you might have a little bit of a hip impingement. Remember, that's a pinching of the muscle, possibly against some bone. You might just want to try a different hip slot, right? So maybe don't pull it in as high, maybe pull it in higher, maybe don't pull it as far across. Awesome. Big time piriformis and glute stretch. Really, really good for a lot of that action that we did in those split squats today, for sure. Awesome. All right, let's take it into a little bit of a child's pose here. So we're going to go and flip around. And remember, you're going to go ahead and just widen up the knees. And you want to reach as far as you can. Now, if you can get your hips and your butt to stay on your heels, fantastic. If not, you're not doing it wrong. We're just doing it the way we need to do it. Now, remember, you're going to go ahead and extend. You want to go ahead and lay arms flat or thumbs up. Either is fine. But let's go ahead and walk the hand to a slight angle to the left side. So I have my left arm at a 45-degree angle to the left side. I'm just going to go and take my right hand, stack it on top of that, and I'm going to lay my head down. What I feel here is a very similar stretch in my back, but now it's emphasizing the lats, so the muscle underneath the armpits. Inhale big. You might feel your rib cage expand. The stretch, that's great. We want that. Again, associating our breath not just in a mental benefit, but a physical benefit in this type of position. Awesome. Let's go and switch sides for our last one. So back to neutral. Let's take that right hand. Let's reach at a 45-degree angle, and then from there, let's go ahead and stack that left hand on top. Woo! This side is a lot juicier than the last one, that's for sure. Perfect. Inhale through the nose, out through your mouth. Awesome job, y'all. Give me one more big breath here, and then we'll go ahead and conclude for the day. In through the nose. Exhale through your mouth slowly. Awesome job, team. Come up nice and slow, and there it is. Congratulations. You just made it through your hump day boot camp. All right. Now, I do want to say congratulations for those that have been joining us later on. or maybe tuning in live because, hey, this is not tough. Working out at home, you have to find a newfound form of motivation to get things done. And the fact that I'm able to come here and do this with y'all provides enough motivation for me, and I hope it does the same for you. Again, showing up is all it takes sometimes. And then once you're there, things get done somehow, some way. Thank you so much again, Bootcamp, Coach Jeremy, Samsung, Exos. Have a great day. We'll see y'all for No Gear Get Up tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. or next Monday for HIIT. Excuse me, Metabolic. See you then.